Hello, people of Medford Knife and Tool. Just 1 second. I do have one requirement while you watch this video. You have to cheers me. Let's see, flip you around here. My name is Nate Zimmerman. I'm a 24-year-old knife maker from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or just outside, I suppose. Made my first knife about 4 years ago. I started collecting knives when I was very young. Then about freshman year at college I decided to try making one, and so I wrapped some sandpaper around a book and got a little piece of scrap stainless whatever and hand sanded that fucker down for hours and hours and hours until I had a little knife. Sadly, that knife and the second knife I ever made were both stolen in a burglary a few years ago. But I have continued to make knives since then, and since you wanted me to, I will show you a bit of my shop and what I've been working on now, and hopefully give a good case on why I deserve a new grinder. Or an additional grinder, I suppose, in my case. So let's take a journey together. So first I was going to show you some of the stuff that I found while digging around today. Drawings from when I was in middle school and high school, dreaming that I could one day make weapons and knives for a living. So like these few are actually from like middle school and such. A few of these as well. I just used to draw stuff like this all the time, you know, hoping one day to make them, and now I have somewhat of the ability to. So this is the designs for the first knife I ever made. The one on the left was what it ended up as, just a little neck knife thing. But then I also have a couple of my design notebooks to show some I guess projects that I will be working on at some point. Some bunch of folders that I have designed. This one I think is going to be my first one. A couple of more crazy projects, and I think my most anticipated one is I'm going to be doing a 4 Horsemen series. Kind of the little bit of religious theme, but that's going to be death. I don't have it marked yet. But I have just notebook after notebook of designs that once I have the skill and, you know, tools and whatnot, I plan on producing or attempting to produce to the best of my ability. But my parents were kind enough to let me set up shop in their basement, so this is kind of my clean area. I have like photo station over here, a little photo box I built out of a cardboard box. Where I sleep most of the time is my little futon. Have my computer where I do all my design work, pile of antlers. And here is completed work, stuff that I'm trying to sell. I realize there's that thing where you can make as many knives as you want, but if people aren't buying them, it doesn't matter. My first sword that I've been working on, just reground this the other day. Should be pretty nice. Crazy little machete things. I like to do a lot of file knives. I think they're fun. I like to try to do unique things, and when I'm doing file knives, I find that I don't worry about you know, wasting the material, because it's mainly for fun. But I think I can still get some pretty good results. And like I said, I've been doing this for about 4 years. Still every day learning something new, building some new jig, you know, trying out a new technique, new material. Just a few of the things that I've made in the past. It's a really large chef's knife, although it would be a beastly fighter too. The handle is really nice. But then just across the stairs here is my shop, my shop that I wish was 3 times as large and 1,000 times cleaner. It's what I used for cutting off bar stock for the longest time. It's the sketchiest tool in the entire world. Cheap little bandsaw, buffer, dust collector. Finally got one of those nice filters on there. My drill press, which is, I think it was my grandfather's. Inherited that. My new favorite tool, which is this Portaband. Really fantastic. My workbench over here. This is what I'm currently working on. It's a sort of a war pick thing, I guess. So here's the haft of it. Got some dwarven lettering that's inlaid with aluminum dust and epoxy. It's called Mountain Breaker, so it says that on the sides. Here are the fittings for it. It's gonna go, the pommel goes on the bottom. Got the symbol for the dwarven god of mining milled into there. So that's going to be pretty badass, I think. And then here is the blade that's going to be sticking off at 90 degrees. Just wickedly pointy and sharp. And these grinds are thanks to my KMG, which I got about a year ago, maybe a year and a half. And it's really nice, but I mean, the first thing that I said after getting it was, damn, I need another grinder, because having to switch around the attachments all the time just slows everything down insanely. And I really wish that I could have, my either flat platen or small wheels set up here with my Burr King right about here, and use that to hog off material, to do rough grinds. Switch over to my KMG because it is the 3-speed. So I use it mainly on low speed, actually. Even if I'm doing grinding and stuff, I found the low speed. I'm just going to forget to pick this up later if I don't do it now. Even on low speed, or for grinding, I use it on low speed quite a bit. It just makes things way easier. But having a second grinder would speed up production insanely. And I'm also bringing in a couple friends of mine to start trying to do some sort of production, because right now I'm just making things by hand, and trying to do production would increase the productivity of my business a great deal, and get my knives into more people's hands, which is ultimately what we all want, isn't it? And also have a small CNC that my dad and I put together. Just converted a manual mill. It's got a really small table. I mean, it cuts maybe a 10 by 5 area, so I use it for small things, but it was more just a fun project for my dad and I. We built all the shields and built the work stand that it's on and everything. So that's really all my shop, and I hope you'll consider me for the giveaway, because I would most certainly put it to use. Having a grinder to hog things out would make it way easier to make the stuff that I do, and help me continue doing what I enjoy so much. At this point, the only other so I do this full time, and then the other job that I have is I do knife sharpening at farmers markets on the side. So that and knife making are my only job, so it's what I plan on doing for the rest of my life, and I really couldn't see myself doing anything else. Since I was young, I mean, I used to make guns out of cardboard tubes, I used to make, little plywood swords, I used to just always do all this stuff, and then once I, learned how to draw and stuff, started thinking about what I wanted to make eventually, and, so starting to get there, but hopefully, with the addition of a Burr King to my shop, it will be far easier to produce the things that I like and continue my dream to be all corny about it. And yeah, cheers guys.